Welcome to the College Investor Audio Show, where we talk about the biggest issues impacting millennial money, from student loan debt to side hustles to building wealth. We will show you how to get out of debt so that you can build real wealth for the future.
Running a side hustle is exciting. It can help you pay for funding, an emergency fund. It can help you travel. Unexpected expenses can just be like no big deal, and a whole lot more. It's really the chance to grow something small into a real business. So much fun. So today we're talking about how to optimize your taxes when you side hustle. This is the College Investor Audio Show. So, according to a Bankrate study, 44 million Americans are running side hustles. Crazy. Sarah Berger of the Cashlerette blog, part of Bankrate, says it isn't spare change from a lemonade stand either. From the study, 86% of respondents are earning money from a side hustle, and of that group, 36% are earning more than $500. While earning money on the side is a great financial benefit, it's important to also efficiently manage your hustle's taxes as well. Otherwise, the IRS might decide to crash the whole side hustle party and impose a number of penalties and fines. They do that sort of thing. So today, we help you to avoid that scenario and make tax planning for your side hustle very manageable. Electronic instead of paper receipts. Most side hustles that are generating only a few $100 per month probably aren't going to have many expenses. Even so, it's best to start early in forming efficient record-keeping habits. While some people still keep paper receipts in a box and have to sort through them manually, there's a much better way to keep track of expenses. One of the easiest ways to keep track of your expenses is to use a credit card to pay for business expenses. Then, in your financial software, link the credit card and let the software pull in transactions automatically. From there, you can run an expense report quarterly or even annually for your accountant or yourself if you're doing your own tax return. When expenses come through in your financial software, simply add a business expense category. This way, all of your business expenses are easily identifiable and can be grouped in a report. QuickBooks is common for managing business financials. I use it myself, love it, but probably overkill for a side hustle. Quicken can do a job just fine, and it's a one-time fee rather than monthly like QuickBooks. Quicken Home and Business will let you create a business in the software for your side hustle. Nice. This helps to separate it from your personal finances. For the credit card, it isn't necessary to get a dedicated business credit card. By coding your credit card transactions to specific business expenses, they're separated from personal expenses already. Then, as your side hustle grows into a larger business, it will, my friend, you'll probably want to consider getting it a dedicated business credit card. Prorating expenses. So some of your expenses might be mixed with personal expenses. In this case, you'll really need to prorate them. An example of such an expense is the use of your car for business, or the use of a room in the house as a dedicated office for business. The car still gets used for personal reasons too. And of course, the room is attached to your house. In those cases, you'll want to keep a mileage log for your car. This way, you can take a mileage deduction for business use. There are a ton of mobile phone apps that can help you track this type of deduction. Wonderful. For the office thing, just take the total square footage of your home and the office, determine the percentage occupied by the room. A quick example here. If the house is 1,500 square feet and the room is 300 square feet, that's 20%. This means you can deduct 20% of your rent and utilities for business use. It's best to speak with an accountant to be sure though, please. Here, estimated tax payments. Business owners have to handle payment of all their taxes. This is unlike an employee, where the employer pays for half of the 12.4% Social Security and 2.9% Medicare tax. For your side hustle, you'll have to pay the full 15.3%, which increases the overall tax burden compared to employees. While employees have taxes withheld for each paycheck, business owners need to manually handle their withholdings throughout the year. This is done through estimated tax payments, which are made each quarter on the following dates. April 18th is the first payment, second payment June 15th, third payment September 15th, fourth payment January 16th. A simple rule of thumb for determining your quarterly tax payments is to take your projected annual income and multiply it by 30%. Remember to make that a decimal so it's 0.30. For example, if you're going to make $5,000 for the year on your side hustle, your taxes amount to $1,500. Divide that number by 4 to get $375 for each quarterly payment. That's just a simple guideline, though. An accountant can help you determine the exact figure, since credits and deductions will impact that estimate. Of course, if you got a side hustle income from the previous year, you can just use that amount. This assumes that there isn't a change in the amount from one year to the next. So instead of making quarterly payments, some people increase their employee withholdings and then have the money come out of their paycheck. I've done that too. In that case, instead of dividing your taxes, $1,500 in our example, by 4, divide by 12. This brings the number to $125 per month. I hope that makes sense. There are also some special retirement accounts too. When you're a side hustler, you can potentially take advantage of some new retirement plan options, which allow you to save some of your side hustle earnings and save on taxes. Win-win. When you side hustle, the primary options for retirement accounts are the SEP IRA and Solo 401k. Both of these plans allow you to save roughly 25% of your net income into the account. This money is saved pre-tax, meaning that you don't pay taxes on it until you withdraw. If you're working a day job, a SEP IRA is usually easier to manage. If you have a work 401k, you have to ensure that you don't exceed the 401k contribution limits between your 401k and Solo 401k. In some cases, this could limit how much you save. That isn't the case with a SEP IRA, but whichever plan you choose, these can be great ways to save as a side hustler. Here are some final thoughts. Running a side hustle, no matter how small, means paying taxes. You can't outsmart the tax man. Uncle Sam, he's a pretty smart guy. But you can make your life easier by optimizing how you manage your side hustle taxes using the tips we just mentioned today. And if you need to read them, I know sometimes I'm a much better visual learner. I threw some numbers at you too today. You can see it at thecollegeinvestor.com. Just type in the words in the search bar, how to optimize your taxes. You'll find it. Thanks so much for stopping by today. I really hope it was helpful for you. That's why we're here, just to help you. Again, thecollegeinvestor.com to find out more. And we'll talk to you again very soon.